We have 30 times as many troops as they do. We have a population of 2 billion, 285 times their own population. We have a landmass 1,300 times larger than theirs. In fact, occupied land does not count as landmass at all. We have the #1 oil production and the #1 gas reserves in the entire world. If we switch off their oil and gas taps, their entire nation would come to a standstill. We Muslims own the key sea and land routes. What would happen if we simply put a land, sea and air blockade on these people? They would forfeit immediately, just like their ancestors from Banu Nadir forfeited in the past. Our economy is 10 times larger than theirs, and this is the current economy that we have, subservient to Western institutions and looted by the corruption of our rulers. We have 7 tons of gold reserves. They have none. The numbers don't lie. Once again, they have begun their scheming in this month of Ramadan. And once again, our people in Palestine are left defenseless. There's absolutely no reason why we cannot just walk into Palestine tomorrow and repossess what is rightfully ours, had it not been for our governments who are the first line of defense for these criminals. Some say, but they have the US as an ally. There's no way that we could win. That is a stupid argument. Do you think that the US has the power to just walk into our nations all by itself, let alone to try and take on a united ummah? Don't forget that when the US did attack our lands, it was with the full support of our own governments. When the US invaded Iraq in the first Gulf War, it was with Saudi, Kuwait, Egypt and 10 other Muslim nations who supported the US. And when the US invaded Afghanistan, it was with the support of Pakistan, Turkey, Iran and 3 other Muslim nations. The US requires the treachery of our own rulers to attack our lands. Without this treachery, the US would be able to do very, very little to help its friend. Whichever way you look at it, the occupation of Al-Aqsa isn't even a dagger in our back. It's not. It's a paper cut that has intentionally been allowed to persist. Wallahi, with a united ummah whose governance was based on Islam and the Islamic will and the Islamic vision to bring liberation to its territories, the occupation of Al-Aqsa would literally be over within a few hours. In fact, come to think of it, everywhere else in the Muslim world would all be liberated and brought under the mercy of the Islamic system. I guess now it makes sense why they keep you away from ideas like political Islam. It is a very real threat to their positions of evil.